if I was to ask Miss McVeigh anything at all, it would be what she would have to say to the family of the chap that died just last week, having been declared fit for work by her department. And what she would have to say to the more than 17,000 people that have died whilst waiting for a decision on their personal independent payment. Now that is over 7,000 people in 3 years. How dare you even begin to run for Prime Minister of this country when you, Jeremy Hunt, and all the ministers involved in the personal independence payment are culpable, arguably, in the deaths of thousands of people. People that are in crippling and life-threatening states, or even that have committed suicide as a consequence of being assessed as nothing wrong with them when they are in the direst of straits and in the worst condition and the worst place possible. How can you become a prime minister? How can you even have the cheek to run when you've ignored and dismissed a report from the United Nations? That's you. You did that. The vulnerable and the disabled and the ill deserve their rights and their protections, and a simple thing such as the processes managed by the DWP as part of the personal independence payment shouldn't be the way it is. I think honestly, you, Jeremy Hunt, anyone culpable, anyone at all related to the DWP should be in no position to be running for Prime Minister of this country. You shouldn't be leading the proverbial party in a brewery. And I'm truly, truly hopeful that the Scottish Social Security Service comes up and running before another couple of years' time. Fun, where I need to be reassessed. Because they have actually put in their stipulation that it's going to be humane. Your team is not humane. How do you feel knowing that what you have done or not done, that in your remit as a junior secretary of the DWP, in your time you've seen people die or kill themselves because of a lack of your stepping in and sorting things out? I wonder why. Oh, could that be because you've been so absorbed with Brexit for the past 3 years that everything else has fallen by the wayside and people have died, people have lost their lives? You don't deserve to represent anybody. You don't deserve to represent the pigeon droppings on the pavements outside. You don't deserve to represent the chewing gum stuck on the floor and the pavements around this country. You don't deserve to be Prime Minister. But then none of you do, and you're not elected. And you blocked the electoral and the constitutional reform on every turn. I wonder how many more people will have to die, Ms. McVeigh, before the government takes action and stops treating and creating a hostile environment for the disabled, the ill, the infirm, the vulnerable. Not quite akin to the Windrush, because that is beyond the pale. But this isn't far behind. Resign. Step down. And do the right thing. Call for a general election.